Shitcoin.com.
Hello there, shitcoiners. So 2021 had it all. We had all-time highs, incredible dumps, institutional money, NFTs, and everything in between. I mean, it was pretty chock full of stuff. So in this special, we round up some of the best bits of 2021. So strap in, it's going to be a good one. We start this one off with a bit of a throwback. Remember in 2009? Well, here's how things look today. January was all about ape season. It was definitely in full swing, as you can see from these next posts. Crypto Twitter is also talking about your girlfriends getting girlfriends. It was kind of all up only at this point. Kobe was even talking about getting a new tattoo. As January came to a close, our portfolios were looking pretty good. This was made a little bit better by Mr. Musk joining the party. Remember that time when he shilled Doge beyond belief and just kept shilling it every single week to the point where it was going double digits every time he did it? Yeah, we remember that too. He even kind of got the OGs on side by kind of referencing the dollar. Pretty funny how he managed to do this and how it all played out. So Michael Saylor, he was buying Bitcoin back in 2020. But in 2021, he was shilling Elon on some BTC purchases for himself and also for Tesla. February was all about the politicians. They started getting in on the action. Here are a couple of examples for you. First up, we have Francis Suarez from Miami, and then we also have Andrew Yang. We did, however, get a bit of a flash crash in February. This was pretty epic. Over on Kraken, the price of ETH dropped from $1,700 to $700. It kind of got back up pretty fast though. This was the first point of 2021 where we all scrambled for the McDonald's application form. March saw NFT mania take hold. People's Everydays sold for a pretty insane price, going for $69.3 million at auction. Wild shit. Here's one of our favorites from the collection. The CryptoPunks, well, they had a good year too. The Bulls were definitely back. Visa announced some plans for a Bitcoin payment integration. Saylor, the Eternal Bull, well, that guy, he just kept buying. As we entered April, Peter Schiff tried his hand at an April Fool's joke. The fact that he tried to actually explain himself tells us exactly how unfunny this one was. Coinbase, well, they decided to ride the bull run and go public. Coin, that became a thing. Dogecoin started blowing up once again. And then Vitalik, well, he dumped his Shiba Inu tokens and also another one, Akita, before they had a chance to pump, famously donating the proceeds to a COVID crypto fund in India. This spelled the end of the first big pump of the year. Crypto Twitter then began the memes as they rode this bad boy down. A lot of this dump was credited to Elon Musk and him stating that Bitcoin mining used too many fossil fuels. The memes flooded in and the blame began. Some, however, still thought that the supercycle was in the room with them. We were definitely praying that was the case. This market downturn, though, kind of led to what you'd expect. The McDonald's applications were definitely back on the table. June saw some fresh enthusiasm as El Salvador announced that they would be making Bitcoin legal tender. They would also be doing something pretty dope. They would be doing a bit of volcano mining in the future. Over in the US, however, progress was not so great. Despite all of this news coming out of the US, everyone was pretty bullish. Spencer Schiff, well, yeah, he went against his dad and borrowed a bunch of money to buy more Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, he also, as you would expect, kept buying. As June continued, we had some tragic news. A legend of the space, John McAfee, he passed away. China, well, they couldn't let the US have all the fun with all this FUD. In typical fashion, they decided to ban Bitcoin. Which left Bitmain, one of the main manufacturers of miners, in a bit of a state of transition. EIP 1559, God, that's a mouthful, was making waves in August. Ethereum users saw the proposal as a significant step in the right direction. The NFT hype, well, that continued. Enthusiasts started buying rocks. The 7th of September, well, that was a big day. Bitcoin finally became legal tender in El Salvador. Nayib, El Presidente, he began buying the dip. And we were also lucky enough in September to get our hands on a Kia Sedona NFT. The price is not holding up that well, but definitely one for the memory book. Many speculators, they saw the Evergrande liquidity crisis as a key turning point in the markets. So many predicted that crypto would go the same way. Virtual real estate was up first. Bitcoin rallied to a new all-time high of over $66,000. And Size Chad, well, he celebrated. This was also the same time the ape arrived on Wall Street. What a shot this is. As the markets continued to climb, El Presidente, well, he celebrated his stroke of genius. SHIB temporarily overtook Doge, which kind of took a lot of people by surprise. Pretty crazy that happened when you really think about it. At this point, markets kind of dipped a little bit, but all we were doing was preparing for a new all-time high. We got to almost 68k this time. Scams and rug pulls, however, they were rife. A project called Squid had many talking after Squid Game. It didn't turn out so well though for the degenerates that bought it.
So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, oh, it went to zero.
We started to look like this guy at this time of the year. At this point though, we gained some pretty interesting insight into El Presidente's strategy in El Salvador. He's always buying the dip, that's number one, and he uses his phone to buy said dips. You couldn't make this up really. As we entered December, the market began to look a bit shitty. We were definitely ready for 2022 by this point. Here's South Park to make you feel like an idiot for buying JPEGs.
It was like nothing I ever saw. Just complete murder and carnage. Everything seemed calm at first, but then this guy in a suit shows up talking about investment opportunities. Next thing you know, these people over here started chanting, hodl, hodl, and their NFTs started mooning, and then these guys over here started saying those guys right there right-clicked them and called for a pump and dump, which made these guys beat the living hell out of anyone who said it was just FOMO and died screaming that it was the flippening. Luckily, I came out of it okay. I got this little miniature donkey with a lit-up sombrero. Did you see where the guy in the suit went afterwards? No, he just waltzed right away like nothing happened. Chief, better come take a look at this. We got a small turtle with wings. Could be a great investment opportunity. Excuse me, gentlemen.
So guys, I really hope your 2021 was a good year. Did you realize those capital gains though? We definitely did.